This mangled mess used to be a pickup truck carrying Derby Brackett, her husband Doug, and their 2 dogs riding down Highway 58.
We got onto 58. Doug looked at me and said, "I can't see." And no warning, nothing. And I went, okay. And I went to reach for the steering wheel and he was gone.
He was having a medical emergency and they crashed through trees, landing in a canal. Bystanders were in the water trying to help Derby, who was trapped, keep her head above water. There were so many challenges on this rescue. For starters, this is all unfolding on busy Highway 58. About a quarter of a mile from here, the car loses control, goes off into that wooded area, cuts through a number of trees, and then lands in a ditch that is filled with water. The driver is able to get out with the help of bystanders, but there's still a passenger who's pinned inside that truck in a submerged vehicle.
Plan of action was to get in the water as quick as possible. Knew we had to get a tourniquet on the victim and then try to figure out how we were going to start our extrication.
I couldn't touch the bottom. I was swimming.
You were chest deep in water?
Oh, yeah.
And you saying you couldn't touch the bottom?
I couldn't touch bottom.
And it was a cold March day last year for Suffolk firefighters Manny Franco and Corey Stevens when this rescue went down.
When I hit the water, I recognized right away that it was cold. The first thing that went through my mind is if I'm cold, she's been in this for possibly 10 minutes already. She's a lot colder than me, so got to work quickly.
Which started with applying a tourniquet to the trapped passenger who had an arm amputated during the impact of the crash.
So I let the patient know that this is what I was going to do. I put it on because that in itself is painful. And, she already had a lot of injuries. She's in quite an amount of pain.
Typically, when we do something like this, we're looking at what we're doing. It's right there. But here, you just couldn't see what we were doing. So we had to feel where the best place to put the tool.
Which made using that special tool very risky.
The hydraulic spreaders could cause significant damage to her if they were to capture any part of her limbs in there. And we knew we had to spread the dash obviously away from her legs.
They stress this successful rescue was a team effort.
We just happened to be the 2 in the water at the time. There was a lot of people that were on scene that were, giving us equipment and assisting and helping us get ready.
But I can tell you, they are top-notch firefighters in our department. They're an example of why our department and many fire services around the country are so great, because these are the type of people that you have coming to help you.
That's the sentiment as well back at Fire Station 3.
Well, I knew that what they did was something extraordinary. I knew that it went back to their training.
Just doing my job. That's what we all sign up to do, and that could happen every day you walk into work.